Hey guys, so my book is called The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie by Muriel Spark. Essentially, what this book is about is there's the main character, Miss Jean Brodie, who is a mentor to 6 girls at the Marsha Blaine School for Girls. And instead of teaching them the regular curriculum, she decides to teach them in her own way about her opinions of art, history, and events from her own life. Throughout the story, each of the girls becomes their own character, while Miss Brodie is chastised for teaching the girls in her own way. Eventually, in the end, one of the girls leads to her downfall. And the story is really cool in that it goes back and forth between the past and then the future of each girl and how Miss Brodie has affected their lives. It really depends on your own opinion, but I liked how Edinburgh, the town where the entire story is set, becomes its own character. The reasons would be the influence of the male-dominated society, the poverty, and the nefarious racism of the 1930s. In the book, males dominate through academics, physicality, and relationships. Academically, males are dominating because there aren't a lot of opportunities for the girls at the school to receive the same opportunities as the boys at the other schools. And this is shown especially with one of the main characters as she goes into the little future flashing um, of how she talks to another gentleman who went to the school for boys. And as they compared what they've seen and what they've been through, she realizes that she didn't have the opportunity to learn a lot. Had one science lab, whereas boys had science labs, and that didn't seem to be fair. Relationships, it was pretty not fair either. There's a part in the book where the girls are walking down one of the streets and they see a group with a man and a woman, and the man is beating the woman. You see that Edinburgh is becoming this person of uh, sexism. Finally, in physicality, males could do a lot more than women could. Women had to dress certain ways, and you can see this as their uniforms were a certain way. Time of the Great Depression, yes, poverty was a thing, and Edinburgh reflects this through men, women, and children. Firstly, through men, as there is a part in the story where they're walking down the road and they see a line of men who are outside this baru trying to get dole or money that way they can pay for their family. And unfortunately, this money is spent in the wrong way, and you can see this as the women and children down the next street are suffering too. The girls see that the children are barefoot and dirty, and the mothers are scared and wandering about trying to figure out a way to make their houses work as their husbands are either off drinking or still in need of a job. There is another way also with the more fortunate people that are shown in the story. One of the teachers, Mr. Lowther, he has a huge estate, a wonderful house, and in a way, it does show that there is a little bright side of Edinburgh, but there also is a whole bunch of poverty. With the nefarious racism, there's racism shown throughout the story in 3 different ways. First of all, there is a part where the girls are walking down Middle Meadow Walk. They see Indian man, and the girls don't know how to react, and this is because during the 1930s in Scotland, it was predominantly white, and so anyone who's not white was seen as inferior. Thus, this racist culture was born. There's lots of religious issues, which are unfortunately causing the society of Scotland to be racist since Irish Catholics were different from Protestants. And that happens a little bit. There is a part where Sandy, one of the Brody Step, is in the future and decides that the only way she could do this, she could repent for the sins that she had done, was to go to the church. And so, in a way, Edinburgh kind of shows that it is a religious personality. Recap: Edinburgh in the story to me becomes its own character through the male dominance, the poverty, and the racism. So it's not a very good personality you like to hang out with, but there are times in the story where you do realize that Miss Brodie is trying to help these girls. But I did enjoy reading the book.